Hello, I'm a teacher of about 30 years and I'm trying new things. I teach at Cordy, I teach second and third grade combined. And last year I come out of retirement and I started teaching at Cordia. And I moved those old desks every which of a way. I think every time the principal comes in, he sees a new arrangement of the seats, trying to just get the right combination. So this year, I had just two blue tables here set side by side, a long row here. I had a bean table in the back and a bean table to the side, and I tried that, and it worked for a while. They'd much rather sit at a table than a desk. So I want to keep them happy and keep them interested so they'll be listening and learning. But this just caused problems, and there was just too much talking. There was just too many kids in one spot. So I decided it's kind of like flexible seating in a way. And I looked this up. I tried to look to see if someone else had tried this before. And what I decided to do was to make my classroom more like a cafe. Now, when kids go home, they sit at the kitchen table to do their homework. I have a tall kitchen table and 4 chairs at my house. That's where my second grader, my granddaughter, sits and does her homework. She sits there comfortably. And when she went to Dairy Queen with her papa, she always wanted to sit at the big table, those big tall ones, because it makes them feel important and special. So I said, why not do that with my kids? They would love this. So I did renovate, motivate. And I want my room to be flexible. I want it to be comfortable. I want my kids to want to be there in the classroom every day. And my kids, when our principal started putting this together right here, and it come in a million pieces, and it took a while to put all this together. Now, the seats don't have backs, but the thing about these seats are that it's like a bench. They can sit down, and if they get tired, they can scoot that seat up under the table, and they still have room to stand and work. I have stations that they can rotate. And actually, in this picture right here, they were doing a literacy center right here. Each one was doing a different thing. And when they get really focused into doing something, they come out of the seats and they're standing. And they have their faces just like this right here, real close to each other. And I'm exploring if there is evidence which demonstrates that if I change my classroom design, it's going to affect the learning rate in my primary classroom. I think anytime you do anything positive for your classroom and your kids are happy, they're going to do good. We had the best attendance in the county this past week. My kids love to be there. No one is missing. And I have a very special student in this picture here. And he has a hard time with transition, especially come Monday morning, and he has to come back to school. And he really struggles with this. Ever since he started school, he really struggles with this. And that particular week, he walked in by himself. He did not have grandma. He did not have mommy. There was no tears. He got in line like everybody else. That's a big deal when you have a kid standing there in the hallway refusing to come into the classroom every single morning. So I was just so happy with that. I mean, that right there made all the difference. My other students, they work in groups. I have 2 and 3 combined, and they're working together. You probably couldn't tell if you came into the classroom. You couldn't tell if that was a second grader or a third grader working together. They help each other. This school and this group of kids, they support each other. It's just awesome to watch them. If they see someone having a hard day, they'll come over and pat them on the back. But the thing is that I've had the third graders that I have this year, the second graders that I have last year, I have them again. So I know if this is going to work. I had 4 kids that did not show enough progress, not like what I wanted to see. So I'll know, I've already seen success with this, with that one child. And I see one of those students more involved, becoming more of a leader, and trying, just making the effort to try. And my kids were so excited. They went home and told their parents about this, and they got the parents all excited. So when you have the students and the parents happy, you're going to have good results. And do you have any questions about this? I recommend this. I recommend this. You should try this. And they named it Classy Cafe. They come up with the name. One day they said, a visitor come into the classroom, and they said, "What did you do with your classroom? What did you do with your desk and chair?" And the kid said, "Oh, we just threw that away in the hallway. It's gone." So that's all I have to say. Thank you.